your breath and count to 10. Feel the earth moving then. Hear my heart burn.
This is a very rare watch. You've probably never seen it out in the wild, but if you have, then you probably thought it's cool as fuck and immediately went looking for one. Unfortunately, the 00 Red was a limited edition run, and unlike Seiko or Casio where limited doesn't really mean anything, this watch truly was a limited edition model with only 91 sold worldwide. "91 seems like an oddly specific number, and I'm not sure why they landed on it. My two guesses are either it was maybe for the 91 original members of Chronometer, which is a collector's club that this model was specifically made for, or it's in memory of the Great Kipton train wreck which happened in 1891 and was the birth of the Ball Watch Company. I'm inclined to think it's for the latter, but I can't definitively say, and I'm too lazy to find out. What I do know is how absolutely clean this watch is, which is surprising considering my strong distaste for high polished stuff. The 00 Red looks so good, I can look past my hatred towards the polish. It's like tolerating a broad's bad attitude just because she's exceptionally fine. But unlike the broad, once you shove your wrist through it, the interest only continues to grow. There's a lot of contrasting elements in your face all at once, which makes it a visual experience that is hard to find in other watches. The mirror polish case is an elegantly dressy style, but then the concrete gray dial brings it back down. Then there's the classic Ball logo symbolizing heritage and pocket watches, but the mischievously little sassy digital numbers basically shows a middle finger to it. It's akin to seeing a tuxedo with a baseball cap and Converse shoes. It shouldn't work, but in this case it does. On the other side is a well-done caseback. Casebacks are a canvas for brands to showcase their character, and they really came through here. Trains and the Ball Watch Company are actually substantially significant players in the history of horology. I would argue even more so than your typical Swiss brands. So this tribute is meaningful, if not just a cool detail. Underneath the caseback is a micro-metal magnetic shield, which makes it around 10 to 20 times more anti-magnetic than the average wristwatch. Underneath that is an ETA 2836 chronometer movement. I wasn't disappointed with this execution, but I also wasn't impressed. For this to be such an exclusive and limited watch, personally, if I were the designer, I would have gone all out and decorated the fuck out of the rotor. Instead, what we have is essentially a stock presentation, no different than a run-of-the-mill Sellita. It doesn't bother me. I'm essentially never gonna see it, and I'm sure they thought no one else would ever see it either. It is a shame that they didn't have some fun with it nonetheless. The dimensions were surprising to me, surprising in a good way. Usually the watch community consists of pussies complaining about anything over 38mm, so it was nice to see this one at 43. Of course, we all know diameter is the least important dimension, but it was nice to see a size that ignores the popular incorrect narrative. As a total package, all the dimensions work well with each other. It's not thin, but also not thick, sitting right in the sweet spot of being perfectly robust. The rounded edges make for a comfortable experience, and overall, it's just an easy watch to wear. The star of the show here is the 00 Red at the 12 o'clock position. I think this is such a cool design, and frankly, I think this is the best release from any small watch company in the last decade. As a fan of the OG Star Wars, this color execution reminds me of Vader boarding Leia's blockade runner and completely annihilating her security team. I always felt like Darth Vader was a great role model for the kind of man that I wanted to be, which is why I like that style. The white and red indices look even better in the dark, and you're just gonna have to take my word on it. One thing you quickly learn when filming watches is just how much of a bitch it is to film tritium tubes. They're perfectly bright enough to shine in the dark, but they're not so compatible with camera lenses. If you know, then you know, and if you don't, then I encourage you to experience a tritium watch at least once. A sapphire crystal, 904 stainless steel, perpetually glowing lume, and a chronometer certified movement. Objectively, this is a good watch. An unbeatable style, a rich pedigree, and limited inventory make it a great one. I don't always agree with things being good just because they're hard to get, but I'd be lying if I said exclusivity didn't make owning something at least slightly more special. This is a watch for collectors by a brand that loves horology, and I can get down with that. That's all for now. Stay classy. I sure as hell won't.